Hello guys, my name is Noel and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here in my channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just kindly subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and please don't forget to share this video as well. The idea behind this channel is to help you access important information on how you can study abroad, especially in the European Union at a very affordable tuition fees, and even in some cases free of charge, because there are several scholarship opportunities in the European Union. Now, you don't have to break the bank to study abroad. If you can't afford the high tuition fees in London, United Kingdom, in the US, in Canada, of course you can come to the European Union. There are fantastic universities and very beautiful countries around the European Union where you can study very good programs at a very affordable tuition fees. My idea is to empower you with the right information. Because of my experience in this region, I kind of have some level of knowledge about how the process works. So if you are interested in helping yourself to make this application, if you are committed in achieving your goals in trying to study abroad, then this channel is the right place for you to be. Because if you follow my process consistently, you will learn how to make this application by yourself. And that means you don't need anybody to help you do it, because you will be empowered to understand the processes that are involved and then just apply them, and you can make your own application just in your sitting room comfortably, easily, and effortlessly. Right? Does that sound like a good deal? Of course it is. Now today, firstly, I want to congratulate some of my subscribers who have already secured an admission at the University of Luxembourg. I'm happy to announce that some of you have sent me a DM. I appreciate the fact that you are so kind to acknowledge the impact that I've been making in your lives by telling me kindly and graciously that you have secured an admission at the University of Luxembourg. If I can remember, at least about 8 or 9 persons thereabout have already informed me that they have secured an admission at the University of Luxembourg. And that makes me happy and excited, because this is the essence of my channel, to help you understand how these things work. Then you can be able to use that information and make your own application. Consistency is key to success. So I'm excited that you guys have already gotten an admission at the University of Luxembourg. That means hard work, information, consistency of purpose actually works, right? Now, I've already made another video about the next steps, what to do. After you've secured admission at the University of Luxembourg, you need to apply for your temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg, and you have to do that as quickly as possible. And I think before July 1st, you must have, make your application according to what the school rule says, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, in your admission letter, the conditional offer, the school specifies, they will always highlight the steps to follow. So follow the letter very carefully and make sure you make your own application as quickly as possible. But in this video, I want to address something very, very important about proof of fund. You know how competitive the University of Luxembourg is. I mean, it's one of the best universities in the European Union, because it's highly, it's a very, 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 it's a great university. They have one of the best professors, one of the best facilities, beautiful country, safe country. And on top of that, one of the cheapest places to study in the European Union. Of course, it has to be competitive. That is expected. So now you work so hard to secure an admission. Now the next hurdle is, how do you get your temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg. I've made several videos about that. Please check the videos in my channel. I've also made a video recently about the next step after you must have secured an admission. What do you do next? A lot of people are confused about the process because it can be a little bit complicated if you don't understand the process. That's why I take my time to make several videos about different areas of this whole process so that I don't get confused along the line. Now, the temporary authorization to stay is the next thing to do once you've secured an admission at the University of Luxembourg. And I have already made a video about videos about that, and I've also made a recent video about what to do if you have secured an admission. But there's something very important about making your application for the temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg, and that is proof of fund. This is the elephant in the room. Proof of fund is the elephant in the room. Anywhere you go around the world, whether you're trying to travel to the United Kingdom or to America, to Canada or European Union for study, proof of fund is always one of the most important aspects of your visa application, because the burden of proof is on you, the applicant, to convince the immigration officer that you have necessary fund for your own study without recourse to public fund whatsoever. Now you have to make sure you convince them that you have enough resources to take care of your living expenses and tuition fees while in that country. This is why proof of fund is very, very, very sacrosanct towards your application for the temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg. Now, from my last year video, when I had some conversation with the authority, and I was clear to say that you need to have at least 15,190 euros in your account. 15,190 euros in your account as of last year. I don't know if that figure has changed by this year. So I would advise you to visit the official website of the Immigration Directorate in Luxembourg to see the current figure for the proof of fund in your account. But based on my inquiry last year, 2023, it was 15,190 euro. I don't know if that has changed. Please always refer to the right authority for your confirmation. Now, as a disclaimer, I do not work for any authorities in this regard. I am not an agent of any universities. My information on this channel is just based on my own personal experience and extensive research on every issue I discuss in my channel. Again, I don't work for any authority in this regard, and I do not represent any authority, institution, or school. I lived in Luxembourg. I studied there. I worked there, so I have a first-hand knowledge about the process and how it was. On top of that, I used to do an extensive research before I make any video, because I'm very, very careful with accuracy of my information. So this video is simply based on my personal research and experience as someone who have lived in Luxembourg and worked and studied there. So I would advise you, if you need any visa-related inquiries, you can easily contact the Immigration Directorate Luxembourg. They are highly professional individuals working there. They are going to respond to your email. Just email them for any inquiry you want to make about this temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg. Now, back to proof of fund. Like I said, as of last year, it was 15,190 euro in your account. I will advise you to have this money in your personal account. Now, based on my inquiry last year, I was told by the authority that you can also use your father's account or parents' account. But there's a caveat there. I'm going to read exactly what the response was when I made this inquiry. If a foreign applicant can use the father's account as a proof of fund. This was response I got from the appropriate quarter last year. And it was, I'm just gonna paraphrase this, kind of summarize it. to use sponsorship letter from your father, to use sponsorship letter from your father, you have to prove that you get monthly bank transfer on an European bank of minimum of 1,265 euro from your father's account. This was inquiry I made last year. This email response was in February 2023, because I tried to find out if an applicant can use the father's account or parent's account. And the reply I got is this: to use sponsorship letter from your father or your parents, your father, you have to prove that you get monthly bank transfer on an European bank account of a minimum of 1,265 euro from your father's account as of February 2023. So it's a bit complicated to use your father's account. You can, as long as you meet this condition. So my personal advice, my opinion, I would suggest that you use your own personal account if possible. And it's even better if you have an European Union, let's assume euro account or dollar account, because if you are applying from Africa, some certain countries, I'm talking about, the foreign exchange is very, very fluid. Okay, it fluctuates all the time. So if you use, for example, Naira account, equivalent of the money in euro, and maybe the time you've sent your application to Luxembourg, maybe the exchange was fine based on your balance at the time, but it might take them 1 month to process your visa. Maybe the time the caseworker opened your file, the foreign exchange has changed, and the Naira, for example, may have fallen down much less in value. They might probably calculate the exchange based on that day foreign exchange, and that means your total balance may not be enough to what you should have in your account. So this is why it's a bit risky using your local currency account. But if you use euro account, it will always be the same. It's going to be stable anyway. Euro is euro anywhere in the world. Or even dollar account is a bit more stable, than your local currency. So be very, very careful if you want to use local currency. You can use that, but make sure you have enough resources, enough funds to cover for any sudden change in foreign exchange fluctuation. Okay, so ideally, I would advise you to use your own personal account, and if possible, use euro account or dollar account. But if it's not possible, make sure you have enough fund way beyond what you should have, just in case there is a fluctuation in foreign exchange market, it will not affect your overall balance, because this could be a problem for your visa, for your application success, if the money at the time of processing is not what it was before you sent the application. So be very careful. This is one of the pitfalls that you have to avoid. I just want to make this video to address that area, because you cannot just work so hard to fight. You fought so hard to get admission at one of the best universities in the European Union and one of the best places to live, and because of some mistakes in your application for the temporary authorization to stay, you could not secure you could not get approval to come to Luxembourg. And you know that in University of Luxembourg, once you didn't come the year you had your admission, you have to reapply again. You cannot defer your admission at the University of Luxembourg. You have only one chance to use admission that year. For example, if you secured an admission this year, you should be in Luxembourg before September. If you miss that, next year, February, you have to apply again. You cannot defer your admission at the University of Luxembourg. So you need to fight so hard to make sure you follow the process to the end. That means make sure when you're applying for your temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg, make sure you get your document right. Proof of fund. Ideally, please use your own personal account, because if you use a parent's account, you need to fulfill certain conditions in that particular to use our account. And if possible, use euro account or foreign currency account, because if you use a local currency account, foreign exchange is very fluid. It could affect the total balance, the time they might probably be processing your application. Or better still, or you can also use your local currency account, but make sure you have enough resources, more than what you should have, just in case the fluctuation happens. You can make up for that differences quite easily. So make sure I just want to help you to have this point in mind while making your application for the temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg. How this will help you to make the right decision in this, okay? And hopefully you'll be successful in your application. Okay, so, and just to let you guys know, I have a podcast channel titled Bending Reality. So this channel is just to help you interrogate your mind, help you process who you are, for you to ask these important questions. What is the essence of your existence? Why are you here? There is something in you that is left, that is lying dormant, docile in you. And you have been pursuing different goals all along because you don't understand who you are. So that podcast is to help you interrogate yourself, your mind, and to unlock the power within. For you to learn how to unravel the real you in you, because that success you're looking for is right there inside of you. Stop chasing other people's goals. Once you discover who you are, why you are here on earth, what is the essence of your existence, what are you designed to achieve, once you discover these secrets about who you are, then success becomes so easy and effortless. Then you learn how to sharpen your skills, because now you know who you are. You learn how to build yourself from the inside, and then with full force you unleash your greatness to your world. With full force you unleash that power within, and then the world will see you manifest. Because for you to achieve real success, for you to fulfill the life, you have to manifest who you are from the inside. But how can you manifest who you are if you don't even understand who you are? So join me in my podcast. I will drop the link below this video. It's titled Bending Reality. You can bend reality and create your own future. You have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Don't wait for anybody. That thing you are chasing all along is right inside of you. But because you don't know who you are, you don't know the essence of your existence, so it's been there dormant, docile, and you are struggling. But the power to make a change is in you. Wake up! There is something in you that is yearning to emerge. You know it's there. You can hear it, but you don't know how to bring it out. Come to the podcast. Let's work together, and you will learn how to unlock the power within, how to discover the real essence of your existence, and how to manifest fully your potential, because the universe is waiting for your manifestation. What are you waiting for? Bending reality. You have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Thank you guys for watching this video. So I wish you all the best in your application for the temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg. Remember, consistency is key to success. Success is not a tea party. You have to work hard. You have to be consistent. You have to be stubborn with your goals. The power is in you. You know what? When you have what people are looking for, they will find you. Life is about values. People who gravitate towards you. If you have what they're looking for, they will come towards you. So don't waste your time trying to be like somebody else. No, spend more time to build yourself from the inside. You cannot expect to make a change while you remain the same. It's not possible. Don't waste your time. The change must come from the inside. And then when you discover the power in you, come on, then you understand the strength in you. You know the next thing? You're going to prepare the process, and then you have to unleash your power, your greatness to your world, and success will come to you easily and effortlessly. You can do it. Remember, you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Join me in Bending Reality, my podcast. It's not just ordinary podcast. It's a podcast with a human face where we dissect concepts, break ideas into pieces, and teach you, or you learn. We learn together how you can shatter the status quo and then unleash your potentials to your world. You are a champion. You are a great person. You can do anything. The power to change anything is in you.
Let it go.
It's your own life. Don't waste it. The time is now. Thank you guys for watching.
I come into your presence.
Like, subscribe, and you can
I need your touch. I need your touch in my life
podcast
today. Cause life without you, Lord, makes no sense.
One more thing that I forgot to add is that I think it will make sense for you to inform your bank to write the Immigration Directorate Luxembourg, informing them about your statement of account. I think that will ensure that you are certain that the authority will confirm the authenticity of the statement of account you are submitting. So once you collect your bank statement from your bank, find someone who is in charge of your account, or the bank worker who is in charge of correspondence with different embassies, and just tell them to write to the Immigration Directorate Luxembourg. You can find the email and give to them to confirm that the account statement that you are submitting is from the bank. This will ensure that they will trust your document and believe that is for you. This will add more strength to your application, especially with the proof of funds. So I will advise that you let your bank know the reason for the statement of account, and then ask them, I think they can be able to do that for you. Ask them to write the authority in Luxembourg, confirming that the account statement with the total balance, there's your name, date of birth, whatever they want to put in the email to ensure that it's the same to what you're submitting. So once they write to the immigration authority in Luxembourg, so once the application comes in, they will know that, okay, this statement has been verified or confirmed by the bank, so they can believe that it's from the bank. So I think this is important thing to do to make sure that you have no problem with the verification of your bank statement, because this is key. So I hope this will help you more to make a good application for your temporary authorization to stay in Luxembourg. Don't forget to subscribe to my new podcast channel, Bending Reality. Remember, you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. Follow me on Twitter at Destiny Realized, and of course on Instagram, inspired_Noir. I am the one investor. Thank you, and God bless you. Really good. Don't forget, subscribe, smash the like button, and please do share this video. Drop your question below the video. I will respond to every question once I see them. God bless you. Really good.